What's up, guys? Back here in the garage, not riding today to shoot today's video. It is raining in Southern California, if you can believe that. Anyways, the topic of this video is basically about 3 days ago, I responded to a video on YouTube of a guy in a Hayabusa that he ran out of talent. He went off the road and crashed. And these other two bikers pulled over to help the guy, and they pulled him away from the fire, but then they just kind of let him lay there as they stood around watching the bike and the plant burn.
Hey, watch out, watch out. Hey, I gotta get you out of here.
Come on, bud. You guys alright? Need help?
I just want to get away from that fire right there.
Need me to call somebody?
Yeah. Please.
So I made a comment about the situation, and next thing I know, I'm being attacked about my comment. I'm like, what, really? You know, like, kind of caught me by surprise. So here's what I wrote. The guy's laying there in agony, and all these clowns do is stand there scared of the fire. Comfort the downed rider, amateurs. And then all of a sudden I started getting these comments coming back, you know, attacking me about my comment. And just so you know, my comment got 47 thumbs up. So I started thinking, you know what, I want to talk a little bit about, you know, how you can help a down rider and make him feel better and make him more comfortable after he's crashed. I mean, the guy's beat up, he's banged up, he's maybe going into shock, he's maybe bleeding. You know, you don't just let the guy lay there as you stand around watching a fire. It just makes no sense to me. So anyways, here's some of the comments I got. Moto Pilot would have rubbed his butt and told him what an awesome rider he was. Quality comment. And then we got Electro Organics wrote, hey Pilot, why don't you hold his hand and whisper sweet nothings into his ear, blah, blah, blah. What else do you want to do? Serve 5 o'clock tea and biscuits. What the fuck? Another brilliant comment. And then this one, the rider got what he deserved, let him lay there in pain. At the speed he could have done more damage, blah, 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 idiot. Okay, yeah, the guy ran out of talent, he went off the road. How many of us have come a little bit hot into a corner and crossed the line at least once or twice? I mean, I've done it, not at that kind of speed, but yeah, the guy just ran out of talent. Thank God he didn't have a head-on collision with somebody else or hurt anybody else, he just hurt himself. I think I heard he broke his pelvis, I'm not sure. Anyhow, I think a good example of what you should do is, you know, if a guy crashes and he's laying there, go up to the guy, get down on the ground with him, and talk to him, man. Find out, where are you hurt? You know, look for bleeding. Talk to the guy, man. Have you ever had your body hit the ground with that kind of impact? I mean, it rattles you pretty good, and most of it's just like trying to comfort the guy's head. Yeah, you can't really do anything to help the guy physically. Maybe there's things you can do to make him more comfortable, but it's more of a mental game. I mean, if the guy's going into shock, it just helps to talk to the guy just to keep his mind off the pain. And let him know that he's not alone, you know. These guys are just standing there like looking at the fire, and the guy's just laying there in agony. It's like get down there and talk to the guy. And you know, things to do is just ask him his name, ask him where he's hurt, you know, stuff like that. Just simple questions, you know, ask him where he lives, you know, just talk to the guy, even if it's just about making conversation until help arrives. There's been plenty of times where I've crashed and broken bones and busted myself up, and it helped me to know that there's people by my side, you know, to help me get through it. You know, there was a couple of instances where I was the person comforting the person. One time, a guy that I work with was driving home from work. It was dark, it was rainy, he had a malfunction in his brakes in his car and ended up crashing into the side of an 18-wheeler. And I came rolling up about 3 minutes later and saw the accident and said, hey, that looks like my buddy, you know, and I pulled over and he had smashed his face against the windshield. He split his jaw in half right here. His jaw was split. He was bleeding everywhere. I didn't just walk up to the driver's side window and say, "Hey man, how you doing?" "Okay, well, there'll be help here in a minute," you know. No, man, I went to the passenger side, you know, opened the door, climbed in the passenger side, and just comforted the guy while help was arriving. And I can tell you, he was very thankful for that. He really appreciated me being there and just kind of helping him get through it. It wasn't that I helped him physically, it was that I helped him mentally. Another time, pretty recently, I was coming home from work, splitting lanes, and this Harley in front of me was going way too fast, and a car cut over a double yellow line, took him out. The guy just went flying, crashed his brains out, ran into another car. I mean, he was going about 60 and the car was crossing in front of him was going about 15, so you can imagine the carnage. And I pull up and there's people stopped already and they're just kind of standing around with their, you know, twiddling their thumbs. And the first thing I did was I parked my bike and I walked over to the guy. I got down on my knees and I just started talking to him. I said, "Hey man, where are you hurting? How you doing? What's this and that? What's your name?" And just comforted the guy until the paramedics could arrive. That's all I had to offer. And it goes a long way. So perfect example is the Walterific video where he crashed recently and broke his collarbone. I mean, you see these people pull up and you see their concern and they're talking to him and they're getting down and on their knee and talking to him and just finding certain things out. What do you hurt? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. You know, you think Walterific, if they just walked up and just kind of stood there and looked at him like, that's going to help Walterific at all? No, dude. I mean, I'm sure he totally appreciates that these guys came up to him and talked to him and helped him out and were concerned and, you know, do a body check. Like, you know, where do you hurt? So when the paramedics get there, you can kind of help them find that information out quicker. That's all I'm really saying, you know. I mean, I just thought for these guys to attack me for standing up for a down rider, even though he screwed up big time, it's really no excuse to just, you know, not have some compassion for the guy. So hope that helps. Next time you see a down rider, help him out.